The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the side.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On 2nd down, Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
18. Bravo.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Hey, 18. Red, up.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start the drive with Cook. Despite some fast footwork, he still wrangled down shy of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cousins, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lock in, lock in. Check. Hey, 18. Alert, alert. Hey, box truck.
Trubisky will throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Throwing here, Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We got this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Greystone, travel. Check. Motion.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
He's checking.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Again, it's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And Diggs has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Cook. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They run. Cook. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Cousins to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 34-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.